Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek, and today I have an unboxing video for you. I have some coins that I just got back from NGC that I wanted to share with you and talk a little bit more about. This coin is super fun. So this is a Type 1 $20 gold piece. The gold pieces, the $20 gold pieces, there are three different types. The Type 1 goes basically from 1850 to 1865. And then in 1866 it changes, and the changes, they add the motto. So you see right up here above the shield in the circle of stars on the Type 2, it says, "In God we trust." It adds the motto. Of course, post-Civil War, that was a thing that was going on, right? So also the Type 3 has a couple of changes. One, you see this says 20D, and in 1877 they changed that to spell out $20. The other thing is Liberty's head on these Type 1 and Type 2 is off-center. It's a little bit to the left. On the Type 3, which is what we see the most frequently, the head is centered. I don't know why, but I've always liked the Type 1 and 2 better with it off-center. I don't know, it's like a feng shui kind of thing. Be someone, good channel name right there, feng shui coin collecting. So this is a higher grade coin. It has some wear to it. It is not problem free entirely. I mean, there's lots of little marks all over it, lots of little hits. 1858. You may have noticed when we looked at the back of the coin, it's from San Francisco, which is cool. The first year they made these San Francisco mints, I think it was 1854. And so this is 4 years in. It has a mintage of less than 1 million pieces. And you see all that luster, golden luster jump on that coin. Great indicator that it's a nice high-end AU. NGC called it an AU 55. I think that overall that's an accurate grade. I like it. It doesn't quite have enough luster on the obverse. Too much break, too much wear to get to a 58. This coin's more than gold. It's about a $2,400 coin. The next grade up is probably $3,000. Most of these types of coins are fun if you can buy them in this type of a grade because they look great and they're more than gold, but not a lot more. Whereas, you know, this type of coin, when you get it uncirculated, you know, they're just thousands and thousands. You know, I think a 63 mint state 63 is like $15,000 or $20,000. You know, so just an average coin is super expensive. All right, next up we have for all of you Standing Liberty Quarter fans, one of the most rare dates, one of the most collectible dates, 1927 from San Francisco. For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who have looked at these coins and said, "I cannot see the mint mark," it's probably because the mint marks on these things are so stinking small. For those of you who are not familiar with the coin, the mint mark is right there. Right there. And you can't even hardly see the thing. So we're going to look again here and I'll closer. This is the San Francisco mint, a very scarce coin from the 20s. These coins, all the coins that circulated through the 20s and 30s got worn down a lot because you went through the Depression. Then after that you had World War II popped up, and so you had a couple decades worth of wear. So this coin, you can see oftentimes when you're grading, you go through just a process of elimination. So you can see that this coin has actually a lot of detail to it, a lot of high marks on there, and yet the finer detail is all missing. You know, so that anytime you have a lot of detail but not the finer detail, you start to see a coin that's going to be a very fine. And that's kind of a truism of most coins. So if you have a lot of detail, a lot more detail than you would on a low-end coin, but the fine detail is gone, lots of times you'll be in the VF range. So this coin graded very fine 30. Nice coin. I could have called it a 30-35. It has a touch of luster left to it. It's a coin that the gray sheet has at about $200 in 20 and 640. So I mean, I guess we can split the uprights and say that that's probably about a $400 coin. Really tough coin to come by. And finally, we have one more rare date to get to. This 1909. So in yet another San Francisco. Hey, we got a San Francisco trio here, like the Kingston trio, but from San Francisco. Not quite as well known as the Kingston trio. All right, so it's taken me everything I have not to sing right now. 1909. This coin, you can see the Liberty, and you can see a lot of feathers in the headdress. It's a little bit of a similar story to what I just told you about that Standing Liberty quarter. That is to say, there's detail in the wreath, there's detail in the shield. It's pretty strong, but it's not the finer detail. And so it's probably a nice middle grade. So it'll help you, I think, learn to grade if you can just kind of estimate. When you learn to kind of estimate grades, I think that's kind of helpful to get you in the ballpark. And after that, there's refining and tuning to learn. They called this a VF35, which is, I think, a accurate grade on this guy. A VF30 is about a $400 coin, and then an XF40 is about a $500 coin. So this is going to be in that ballpark, maybe a $450 type coin. Very tough coin to come by. The Indian head pennies, they only struck at the San Francisco Mint for 2 years, 1908 and 1909. For those of you who don't know, the mint mark, of course, is right here. It's about 6 o'clock on the reverse of the coin. And so that is right down there at the base. And overall, this is a coin I always like to get certified, just because collectors like getting them certified. They like having this coin certified. And usually when you get coins over that couple hundred, $300-$400 range, it's nice to buy them certified for your collection. And of course, having a coin certified does help with, I think, the long-term preservation. I think that's a fair statement. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button and leave comments in the chat below. Thanks so much for watching.